At just 12 years old, Severn Suzuki's plea for environmental action was heard at the UN's Conference of Environmental Development, or Earth Summit meeting in 1992. After a last-minute offer to speak in front of some of the most powerful diplomats in the world, Suzuki's frantically written speech became known as the 6 minutes that silenced the world. She spoke for her own organization, ECO, or the Environmental Children's Organization. Speaking from a child's perspective, she addressed the damage done to our environment and what we must change for the future. This speech, widely regarded as the greatest speech given at the summit, despite all the other great names present there, led to fame for Suzuki, who then traveled the world and advocated about environmental action and what we need to do to save our environment. So, how did Suzuki's speech make such an ordinary topic so extraordinarily effective? Well, Suzuki structured her speech for her voice to be heard despite her age and status, using devices to give simple messages a big impact. In her speech, Suzuki frequently utilizes anaphora, or the repetition of certain words at the beginnings of phrases, allowing her to better emphasize her main points. Suzuki utilizes this to make a point regarding environmental accountability when she stated, "I'm only a child, and I don't have all the solutions. I don't. I want you to realize neither do you. You don't know how to fix the holes in our ozone layer. You don't know how to bring the salmon back up in a dead stream. You don't know how to bring back an animal now extinct. And now you can't bring back the forest that once grew where there is now desert. If you don't know how to fix it, please stop breaking it." She repeats the phrase, "you don't," while giving examples of what adults don't know, all setting herself up to make her main point at the end of that phrase much more impactful, where she finally states, "If you don't know how to fix it, please stop breaking it." This repetition leading up to this main point really engages her audience and just makes that final line that much more impactful. And she does this many times throughout her speech, repeating many small phrases like, "I am here to speak," or "I am afraid," all with the purpose of emphasizing those main points and making them that much more impactful. In addition to that, she keeps her audience engaged by asking many rhetorical questions throughout her speech. These questions are asked to help her make a point versus just receiving an answer. Questions like, "Why are we who have everything so greedy?" Making a point about how people can be ungrateful. Or, "Are we even on your list of priorities?" Taking a jab at adults from a kid's perspective. These questions present main points in a way that keeps the audience engaged. And as they try to answer these questions for themselves, it just makes them that more focused on what she's really saying. They also hold a lot more weight coming from a child's perspective, as illustrating her loss of that stereotypical childhood naive point of view as she starts to realize all the things that are wrong with the world and start calling people out about that. So, in all, Severn Suzuki's speech was great. Great because of her insightful repetition of certain words and phrases to make small ideas big. Great because of her insightful rhetorical questions, which kept the audience thinking. Great because her speech left the rest of the world speechless. So think twice next time you walk outside and ask yourself, how can I step up and make a difference?